Hey guys, so this is going to be a two-part video. If you're here, then you probably saw the beginning of the video where I had a makeup look on from the other day before I went to a Tarte appointment over at ULTA. And basically, I slacked off for the last few days making videos. I'm kind of incorporating two into one kind of thing. So what I'm going to do right now is my makeup. I'm going to do that for you. And if you see me looking off to the side, it's because my mirror is there and I don't have one right in front of me to be able to see how I'm applying it, but I'm going to explain it as I go along. And the whole idea is for you to tune into my workout video so that way you can see how the makeup holds up after my workout. The link will be down below, is going to be my workout video, so that way you can see it live and in action, and that I wasn't reapplying and stuff in the car, and that we can just go ahead and go through this, I guess, little thing together. Even though I've already seen most of the products and how they work, we're gonna try it out. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is taking off all of my makeup that I had on from today at work, which was just my foundation, a little bit of eyeliner, and I did my eyebrows. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off, so that way we start with a fresh face. And I'm going to be completely honest, and some people might criticize me, but I'm just using baby wipe for sensitive skin. I was using, oh my gosh, I loved it, but I ran out. It was like these Garnier makeup wipes that come in this little black package. They were amazing, and I think they had that micellar water in it. And what I'm going to use now is the Mary Kay Botanical Effects, and I don't know if there was another video that anyone had seen that I did. I think I may have taken it down, that I used to sell Mary Kay, so I still have a lot of their stuff, and some of it I do use. The first thing after the moisturizer that I'm going to use is the NYX primer. It's a spray mist primer. So a difference from my old routine, this is the biggest step that I think has made a difference, is I used to use just the Kat Von D foundation that I bought a long time ago, that some of you have seen me post pictures and use it before. Well, I noticed that it was just at first I really liked how thick it was, but then it was a lot cooler when I first got it, and even then I had a lot more stuff going on with my skin right now. I mean, I do right here, and the redness and stuff, but I mean, my face was really breaking out, so I needed that really thick full coverage, but as time has gone on, I've realized I didn't need it as much, so I made the decision to mix foundations. So the two that you're going to see me mixing on here, and basically this is just an old cap from one of my foundations, the powder foundations that I had, and I've cleaned it, and I clean it every time I use it, and I mix my foundations on here. So I do one pump of the Kat Von D and one pump of Ready Set Gorgeous in shade 210, and the Kat Von D is medium 25. So those are the two shades I'm mixing. My skin color is changing, of course, with summertime, so I needed to take that into consideration. And I almost do a half and half mixture. I'm taking my damp beauty blender after, of course, I mix the foundation. And I'll just take that. Always remember your neck. A lot of people tend to forget about blending in their neck with blending in their foundation into their neck. You want to dab, not wipe. And then, of course, if you need more, you can always go back and make the same little mixture. So then what I do next is I grab my NYX concealer in, what shade is this? CW02 Fair, and I do the little triangles. And if you'll notice, I like to bring the triangles out to the side of the eye. And then I like to put a little bit right here. Down the center of my nose. And then up right here. Okay. The next thing I do is take the CC cream from Mary Kay in the color Deep, And I get one of my dupe Artiste brushes, the smaller one. Got it on my pants. Okay. Just like that. And I'm going to look in the mirror for this. Okay, so now that I've looked in the mirror and I've done everything, I'm going to explain it to you, and it looks really crazy right now. But basically, you're bringing in the lines in your nose to make your nose appear smaller. You're shading in the areas on the sides, again, to make your nose look smaller. That's if you want. You don't have to. I define my jawline and my cheekbones, so that way my cheeks look more sucked in and my face looks slimmed down. My jawline for the same reasons. My chin I do a little bit wider because I don't want to look like I have a very, like, thin, long chin. I just want my face to look more defined. So what I'm going to do first is take the small side of this Beauty Blender and blend in all the white parts. And what I like to do is bring that white up over the eye as I'm blending everything in. And I like to get it as close to the brown as possible without actually blending the brown in with it. The only part that I leave undone is my nose. So then what I'm going to go in with is actually a foundation brush from Face Secrets, but it has that flat end to it with a nice, it's a thick amount of bristles. They're kind of sturdy, and I like to actually blend in the direction that I need to for these darker areas. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come right back, and I'll show you how I did it and in what direction. Okay, so basically I took this top part and blended it up into my hairline. And then I go across the line to kind of blend it in and fade out that harsh line. And then I did the same thing with my cheeks. I started going like this at first and then brushed it up towards my eyes, like that. Did the same thing with this side line right here, brushed it in towards my eyes, brushed this side line in towards my eyes, went across this way to help blend in that shade, or that line, brought it out up towards my eyes, came down here, went like this across to help blend in that line, take it away, and I drag it down my neck. Now this is because I'm bigger, so I drag it down my neck to help it look like there's darker area right here, and then it transitions into a lighter shade. Okay, and the same thing for this one. I started going sideways like this, and then I basically just go back and forth with this line, but you don't want to drag it out too much because then you're going to look like you just have a bunch of dark patches that are connecting. You don't want these lines right here to connect. At least I don't ever want them to. So then, because I've done all that, and basically I still have some pretty harsh lines, I go back in with my concealer, the same one that I had earlier, the NYX concealer, and as you notice, I didn't put any right here because I wanted to get a guideline first of where my contour was going to be. So I go back in between those lines, but pretty much right under where you did that cheekbone line, and right under where you did the cheekbone line. I'm going to put some right there. I'm going to put a little bit more right here. I'm just going to do a V like that. Okay. A little bit more at the top, just right under the contour. Basically everything you're doing is to outline that contour. Okay. So then I'm going to take the big end of my Beauty Blender and blend that in. Not directly going over the brown parts, but just right up against them. Now for the nose. Okay, this can be a little bit tricky. So what I'm going to do is the darker parts first, and I'm going to go do it, and then I'm going to come back and show you exactly what I did. So you know how there was a line here? I drug that up and down first to kind of like blend in that line, help not make it so thick, just the same way I did these. And then I drug this one down right here, and then I did the same thing on this side, went up and down, and then side to side a little bit, because you can actually drag it down a little bit down the side of your nose. Not much, you don't want it to be all the way out here, but just a little bit down, like maybe to right here. Okay, you can drag it down to there, and it'll help make your nose appear smaller and draw a shadow on the side of your nose, and that's exactly what that does. What I'm doing is taking my dark powder that I have for my contouring, which is the beige one. I'm taking that, and I'm going in with a semi, it's not too big, it's pretty small, but it's the Artiste dupe brush, and I'm taking that and I'm putting it in the powder, and I'm going to go over those contours and blend them a lot. So I'm using that beige powder from Mary Kay, beige one, and I'm going over my contours and blending them out. Just literally going back and forth over the contour. Then what I did was I took my lighter powder, which is Ivory 0.5. It's almost translucent. It's just a very, 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 very white powder. And the same side that I used to blend in those white parts, that's what I'm going to use. And because it's damp, it holds powder really well. And it's smaller, so it fits under my eyes. I'm going to bake. Okay. So then I took Raisin from Mary Kay. And that's what I'm going to cut my crease with. I'm using a very fluffy brush. It literally says eye definer on it. And I went right into the crease. And your crease is that line right here that's, you'll feel it right under your brow, where your eyes sink in. Okay, so that's what it leaves you with. And then I went in with a wet brush, which was this one. Where did it go? I went in with it's actually a concealer brush, but it has a flat top and it's wet. It's from Essence of Beauty. Okay. And I took this darker pink color. It is Straight Shimmer. Oh, I just dropped it everywhere. Oh my God. Holy crap, you guys. I literally just dropped it everywhere. Oh no, it's on a carpet too. Holy crap. Okay, let's continue. We'll just continue. Pretend like it happened. Oh man. And I went in right under that crease and packed it down onto my eyelid. But I didn't go into the very front corner right here. I just packed it down right here. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Then I'm taking Fiery 124 from L'Oreal Hip High Intensity Pigments. It's a very bright pink as opposed to the darker pink we just put down on our lids. And I'm going into the corner with that. Okay, so you can't see much of a difference. It's probably not showing on the camera, but it is very different. It's a very bright pink, okay? Went in with True Colors number 80. It's a silver, okay? And put it in the corner of my eye. Then I'm taking the shade Shag from Urban Decay, and what I'm going to do is get that color and go up right here and under the lid. I'm going to go up right here and under the eyebrow. And I'm going to again take that blending brush and then just blend and blend and blend. And what's going to happen is this line right here is going to fade because of the gold. And then as a final touch, I'm going in with this Mary Kay color Moonstone right under my eyebrows. Okay, and then I'm going to brush away all the fallout and also the baking, the powder that I use for baking. Okay, you guys, so my camera died, but basically, if you're doing all this, you're probably, okay, 9 times out of 10, when I watch these videos of these YouTube people, I don't have every single thing they have. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Take something that is a matte, in between really dark and light, so a matte medium color, that kind of will help transition your outer colors and put it in your crease. Then you can take something that is either matte or shiny, whatever your choice is, that is one step below the shade dark of this color and put it on the middle portion of your eye. Then you take something lighter. So it's like darkest, dark, light, lightest, if you're using 4 colors. But basically that's just what I do. And then I take a neutral color, put it around the crease, up the top, and that helps blend everything out. And a lot of times what people don't tell you is how to blend is you take a fluffy brush, bring out your eyeshadow, you want to hold your pencil at the very end. It gives you less control to blend everything out. So you can't see any of the sparkle because of the lighting. And so we're going to continue. Do your eyes however you want to do them. People do them differently all the time. I'm going to go in with a neutral color foundation that I have, which is my Ivory 2 foundation. And I'm going to go and blend in some of the contouring even more, so that way I'm not so pale in certain spots, and I'm not so dark in other spots. See how that's working? Okay. So see, I still have the contour, but it's not as harsh. So, just blend that in. Some people like their contour harsh. I don't. Okay. So now that that's all blended in and done, I'm going to go in with my eyeliner. I do my brows last for anybody who's wondering. And I'm going to do my eyeliner. And I'm using NYX Collection Noir Liquid Black Liner. And this, like, baby is thin. You guys, so I have people ask me all the time about my eyeliner. And it just really takes practice. And if you mess up, you can always go back and put a little bit of concealer or foundation over it. You basically just repeat whatever steps it was that you took to get that color around your eyes. So, there we have it. Now I'm going to do my bottom lid. And I know you're not supposed to pull your eyes down like this. Another thing is I bring my liquid eyeliner down a little bit under my bottom lid. Okay. So that's done. I do not wear fake lashes. Oh, by the way, best lid eyeliner, bottom lid eyeliner I've ever used in my entire life, Marc Jacobs. Okay. So then I'm using my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I think eyelashes make the difference though, even though I don't wear fake ones. I think they make all the difference. Whether they're your fake or real lashes, putting some mascara on makes a huge difference. And when you're doing your mascara, you want to wiggle your brush from side to side, go on the top, be sure you get in the corners, okay? And you can choose to do your bottom lashes or not. I'm going to give them a nice little coating. Okay. I think if you don't make funny faces while you're doing your mascara, then you're not doing your mascara. Okay. So, then next I'm going to draw in my eyebrows. And I'm going to do that using an eyebrow brush. Okay. And Maybelline Brown Powder Matte. Okay. And the first thing I like to do is brush them out. Okay. And I figure out where I want my ending to be, where I want that arch to be. And then I connect it. And you're not going above the eyebrows. You're just basically helping them out. Right here, I want them to be fuller, and I need a more defined line. Okay, so then instead of making it super dark right here, I just drag up from that line that I already made, and then I fill in the rest. I like thick brows. Everybody's eyebrows are different. Don't have these expectations, but it does obviously make a difference, okay? It makes a difference. Okay. Then I'm taking this Tarte called Fearless. It's a blush. And I'm taking a really light fluffy brush and I'm just going in there. And I like to come up the side a little bit of my face and just really blend that out. And you guys, I suggest using a fan brush if you have one. I don't have one, so I just use a really light fluffy brush that I have. Okay, and then from there, I'm going to take, and I didn't use this the other day, I used a Mary Kay eyeshadow called Moonstone for my highlight, but today, I'm using my Swamp Queen Bunny palette. And you guys, it's signed. Yeah. If you don't know who she is, go check her out. Graveyard Girl. She does things called Does This Thing Really Work? And she does makeup stuff. And you guys, this palette, I'm going to swatch it for you when we're done. It smells amazing, first of all. So I'm going to go in with this dupe Artiste brush into Gator Wings. And that's what we're going to use for a highlighter. Just wait until you see this. Do you guys, oh my gosh, unbelievable. And that's like that. Look at the difference. Just I like to come up a little bit around the eyes with it, right there. And then, of course, Cupid's bow, and then a little bitty dot on the tip of your nose. Take that, use that same blush brush, blend it out. Oh, gosh, unreal. Okay, and then I'm going in with that fluffy brush again for my contour, just to blend that out more. And then the final thing is I'm using Tartiste lip paint in the shade Yes. I'm so serious, you guys. Can you see that? No, of course not, because the stupid Yes from Tarte, and it's called Tartiste lip paint. Okay, this color gives me life, you guys. It goes on so smooth. There you have it, you guys. I'm in love. So, the final thing that I do that makes my makeup last, that was helping me beat the Texas heat, you guys, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have worn this shirt to do this, is this beautiful stuff right here. It is only $14 at Ulta. It is called Vichy, that's what I call it, or Vichy, but Vichy, no, I'm sorry. I call it Vichy, but it's from Vichy Laboratories, at least that's what it says. It is for sensitive skin, it's allergy tested, it's thermal spa water, rich in rare minerals, soothing and fortifying, paraben free, which is a good thing, I'm guessing, because a lot of stuff says that. Okay, I don't know if it's cruelty free or not. I do know that on the NYX products it says cruelty free, so that's a good thing for anyone who's who is pretty much for cruelty free stuff. Anyway, so you take this, shake it real good, spray it. Okay, and then just let it dry. And that's that, you guys. So now tune into my workout video to see if my makeup lasts me the entire workout.